Swartz threw his energy into a string of new projects involving access to public information, including an accountability website called watchdog.net and a project called the Open Library.
So the Open Library project is a website that you can visit at openlibrary.org, and the idea is to be a huge wiki, an editable website with one page per book. So for every book ever published, we want to have a web page about it that combines all the information from publishers, from booksellers, from libraries, from readers onto one site, and then gives you links where you can buy it, you can borrow it, or you can browse it.
I love libraries. Seminal litigation starts, civil rights cases, patent cases, all sorts of stuff. And journalists and students and citizens and lawyers all need access to PACER, and it fights them every step of the way. People without means can't see the law as readily as people that have that gold American Express card. It's a poll tax on access to justice.
The law is the operating system of our democracy, and you have to pay to see it. That's not much of a democracy.
They make about $120 million a year on the PACER system, and it doesn't cost anything near that, according to their own records. In fact, it's illegal. The E-Government Act of 2002 states that the courts may charge only to the extent necessary in order to reimburse the costs of running PACER.
As the founder of public.resource.org, Malamud wanted to protest the PACER charges. He started a program called the PACER to a free database so others could use them.
The PACER people were getting a lot of flack from Congress and others about public access. And so they put together this system. In 17 libraries across the country, there was free PACER access. That's one library every 22,000 square miles, I believe. So it wasn't really convenient.
I encouraged volunteers to join the so-called Thumb Drive Corps and download docs from the public access libraries, upload them to the PACER recycling site.
On Thumb Drive Corps, there was a Wizard of Oz, the Munchkins singing, so a little video clip came up.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
But of course, I get this phone call from Steve Schultz and Aaron saying, gee, we'd like to join the Thumb Drive Corps.
Around that time, I ran into Aaron at a conference.
This is something that really has to be a collaboration between a lot of different people.
So I approached him and I said, hey, I'm thinking about an intervention on the PACER problem.
Schultz had already developed a program that could automatically download PACER documents from the trial libraries. Swartz wanted to take a look.
So I showed him the code. And I didn't know what would come next, but as it turns out, over the course of the next few hours at that conference, he was off sitting in a corner, improving my code, recruiting a friend of his that lived near one of these libraries to go into the library and to begin to test his improved code, at which point the folks at the courts realized something's not going quite according to plan.
And data started to come in and come in and come in, and soon there were 760 gigabytes of PACER docs, about 20 million pages.
Using information retrieved from the trial libraries, Swartz